What's up guys, after taking way too many weeks off of YouTube, I am finally back with new videos, and in my time off I have decided what I want my channel to be about, and I have decided that my main topic is going to be around school and studying, since that's something that has interested me for years now, and I feel like I can create consistent content and deliver value with those topics. In this week's video I want to talk to you about why I need to get better grades despite finishing last school year with really good grades. So yeah, let's get into it. The short version of the story is that I simply need to get better grades to get into the study I want to do. The grades I had last year, as I said, were good, but not good enough for the study I want to do. The study that I want to do after high school is called PPLE, which stands for Politics, Psychology, Law and Economics. It is taught at the University of Amsterdam, which is pretty close to my home, and that was really important for me for picking out a college, because I know I want to stay at home, keep living at home, since that's just way cheaper, and I don't really feel like spending 700, 800, 900 euros per month for a room that basically only fits your bed, when I have a perfectly good room here at home that is much bigger than that. Before I tell you about the requirements of PPLE and my grades and all that, I would like for you to keep in mind that I'm Dutch and I go to school in the Netherlands, and the school system works quite differently in the Netherlands than, for example, in America. So we don't have something like a GPA or something, and to be honest I don't even understand that well how that's measured, but we have our grades on a scale from 1 to 10, and yeah, that's just the way we measure it. The requirements for PPLE are that you need to have at least a 6.0 for math, you need to have at least an 8.0 or a Cambridge diploma for English, since it's an English study, and you need to have at least a 7.0 for the average of all your subjects combined. Right now I unfortunately only meet one of those three requirements. Currently I have a 6.5 for math, so that's 0.5 above the requirement. My English grade right now is a 7.6, which is 0.4 below the requirement, and I have all the confidence in the world that I'm going to be able to get that up to at least 8.0 this coming school year, but just to be sure I'm going to be taking Cambridge classes and an exam later as well. And the third requirement for the 7.0 overall I just barely miss, because my average overall is a 6.94, so that's 0.06 below the requirement. Out of these three requirements, getting to the 7.0 overall is probably going to be the hardest, since, like I said before in this video, my grades last year were already really good and still I didn't meet the requirements. So this coming year I will need to do even better than just really good, but I have no doubt in my mind that I'm going to meet these requirements, because studying PPLE is really what I want to do, and once I set my mind on something I don't go down easily, so I'm absolutely planning on doing my very best this year. An advantage that I will have this year, in contrary to last year, is that last year I only knew that I wanted to go study PPLE around the halfway mark, which meant that I only had half a year to get my grades to where they needed to be, and in addition to that my third exam week, we have 4 in one school year, was cancelled due to COVID-19, so that meant that I needed to get all these requirements with just 1 exam week left, and that was honestly not even possible, because if I wanted to get my English grade to an 8.0 I would need to have gotten an 11, I think, or 10.88 or something, so that just wasn't possible, but I did my very best, and this will only mean that I need to step it up a notch in less than a week when my new school year starts. The downside to having to kick academic butt right now is that from late September the house I'm living in right now is going to be under construction, which will make studying quite a bit harder, but I already have a plan in place that I can just study at school, and otherwise I go to my grandma's house and she lives like 5 minutes from my school. But yeah, studying at home will probably be quite difficult for the coming 6 months, so yeah. If you want to know a bit more about my plan to meet these requirements, I'm going to create a video about that next. So if you want to see it, don't forget to subscribe, click the bell so you'll get notified when I upload that video. And I'll hope to see you next week.